we're going to break down Travis Hunter. What's going wrong? What's going right? And who else could this situation be impacting? Steve, there's been an emphasis of him as a receiver from the jump here, right? And it's for a variety of reasons.
What are those reasons? Do you know?
Yeah, I do know. The plan was this: like, a big part of this process was that they felt that there was more work to do on the offensive side of the ball.
Facts.
I believe you said that to me when we were at the showcase together.
Yeah.
That, like, this is a raw talent.
Yep.
No denying it. Talented. But there's nuances of the receiver position that need to be refined. I think that's probably the best way to put it. Refined.
Or even improved.
Yeah.
Because there is a learning process of gain, the speed, the plays, the responsibilities that isn't necessarily given to a player at the college level.
Yep.
Because you are an amateur. Now, I don't care how much NIL money you're getting. You are not doing football in college the way you do football in the NFL. In the NFL, you get up you're in at 7, and sometimes, depending on your situation, if you're a rookie, if you're a veteran, if you're injured, you're not leaving the facility till 7 p.m. Once Thanksgiving around November, December, man, there was a many of nights I was leaving the facility and it was dark outside, and I was coming into the facility and it was still dark outside.
This is a great point that you're making. An absolutely fantastic point you're making, because my understanding is everybody has had to buy into this process, whether it's equipment guys, no lie, whether it's different members of the staff, to make sure that his day is as organized and succinct as possible because of what you're saying. And so I'm fascinated by, you're spending that much time at the facility on one position. They're trying to maximize their time. And coaches, to my understanding, are, I don't want to say fighting, but they all want more time with him.
They need more time because he's a rookie.
Exactly. So
he is not a finished product as a wide receiver, and he is not a finished product as a corner.
Exactly. Hence why, my understanding is, these coaches want more time. Because they see that, right? They probably see the talent. Of course they do. And they see that we need to work on blank, 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 and blank. This has been what's happened.
And he's a workhorse.
He is a workhorse.
He's a workhorse. So
he is a worker.
He wants more. He's asking for. So it's not like they're chasing him down. No, he's one of those guys, if you sit him in a room and talk football, you end up talking for hours because he loves the game.
Exactly. And there's a nuance to that as well, because if you talk to people in the building, it'll say, this isn't new to him. It's new to all of them. That's part of this. Like, he knows how to go to both meeting rooms. He's been doing it. It's new to the staff too, Steve. They're going, wait, I only have this amount of time with him. I got this amount of time with the rest of the receiver group, but my time with him is only this.
Well,
what can I accomplish in this period of time?
Let's go even deeper.
Okay.
When an offensive coordinator is breaking down the philosophy for that week, we all meet offensive linemen, tight end, wide receivers, running backs, quarterbacks. And we're all sitting there. And then they go over what the emphasis of this week, some of the nuances. And then after they do that, because the wide receivers have to sit and hear, hey, this is the blocking scheme on the run plays that we're doing. Wide receivers, check force. Hey, tight ends, when they call this you call, you have to possibly go ahead and double down. If we're running, double down and go to the second level. Then they break it off and say, hey, potty break. Hey, go get a piss. Go stretch your legs. Let's keep guys up. Let's not make them fall asleep. Then the offensive linemen leave. And now it's all predicated on the passing game.
This is tough, man.
Right?
Like,
and hold on. And then after that, you break down to your position meetings, and then the wide receiver coach goes over, hey, I know that was a lot, guys. Who has questions? Here are some of the things that we need to talk about, because last week we ran it like this. This week, that DB is a little bit better. This week, that secondary is a lot better. This week, that defensive coordinator is more exotic. all of this is done from 7 o'clock to 10:30. All that goes on between 7 o'clock. And on the other side, the defense is doing the same thing. The whole defense is meeting. Then the D linemen leave, and then the linebackers and the corners and the safeties stay, and then they break down to their respective rooms.
Yep.
And then the DBs go in the DB room. And let me tell you, DBs aren't all the same. There's corners, nickel in that room, and then safeties are somewhere else.
I mean, I think the part that we all, I don't want to say we all are forgetting, the aspects that make you successful in the NFL, these things have to take place for hours Monday through Saturday to get you prepared.
Unfortunately, I would agree with you.
Yeah, so like you just can't out athleticize the other team like he could do at CU. Like you can't just go out there and make plays. Like everything you just described makes just go out and making plays more difficult.
Because he's no longer the most athletic dude in the world. He is one of many. I love Jamar Chase trying respectfully to go, yo, y'all asking me these questions like like Travis Hunter is doing something. He's playing a position that no one has ever played before. Travis Hunter won the Heisman Trophy. Great job. I'm pretty sure Jamar Chase did some things last year too.
Triple Crown.
Okay. So you got the best of the best. Here's the difference. Travis Hunter was locking down Delaware State and North Dakota State. Jamar Chase was running by Pro Bowlers.
Fact.
Not farmers.
It's true. It's true. Now, where we're at right now is the plan, to my understanding, Steve, was to play, what do you get, like 65 to 75 snaps on offense, right?
Yep.
In a game. The plan was for him to play 80% of those. And the plan was him to play situational, but in the spring it was slightly more. They wanted it to get close to 60% on the defensive side. He hasn't been there. Now, in week 2, he was because of an injury. So he ended up playing a ton of snaps. 43 snaps at corner, 42 snaps at wide receiver. And that was because an injury forced him onto the field for much more of the game. And in week 1, it was 6 of his 50 snaps were on defense. That's it, 6. And so we still don't know if they're trying to have him on the field as much as they wanted to in the spring, which is, again, 80% of the snaps on offense, maybe 60 to 70 on defense. They realistically thought that was possible. We still haven't seen that amount of snaps, really, and we still haven't seen the impact on the field. So I'm curious, do you think there's so much work being done in both of these meeting rooms by everybody in the building to make sure he can learn as much on both sides, and it's not correlating to on the field? Does that make sense?
It makes sense. You ready?
Yeah. Are they wasting their time?
I don't think they're wasting their time.
Okay.
Let me say this. I think it's a pretty cool experience.
It's awesome.
To watch him get the opportunity. I hope more guys get the opportunity. I also hope when the opportunity presents himself and it shows that he will be more dominant or he will be a more complete player on one side of the field, I prefer that he would be excellent at one than trying to be average at both.
I love the way you put that. Because in my head, Steve, when I'm looking at it and going, you gave up 2 first-round picks over the next 2 years to make this trade with the Browns. Are you getting a top-of-the-draft player at 2 positions? Because that's essentially the way they thought of it, right? You're getting a top 5 player at 2 positions.
This is just my short assessment of his rookie year, and it's only been 2 games.
2 games, of course.
He needs to learn how to play receiver because the routes that he's running, they aren't crisp routes. They aren't
Elaborate.
They are not NFL-ready routes to where when he has to line up against when they play the Houston Texans and play Stingley,
Or Lassiter, who's outstanding as their number 2.
or Patrick Surtain, what's gonna happen? And I love I love the kid.
Yeah, I love that he wants to do it, and he wants
I love
these
that he
matchups.
wants to do it too.
Yeah.
I also, if I look at it like my children, you got to know sometimes your people. Here is where Travis Hunter is right now. Travis Hunter was a big fish in a pond. Now that young man is in the ocean. Mm-hmm. And you know what's in the ocean? Beluga whales, killer whales, dolphins, eels, sharks.
I was waiting right? for sharks.
So there are a lot of bigger,
mm-hmm.
I didn't say better, bigger, more refined fish in that ocean. And we all know the farther you go down, 2,000 leagues or liters under the
2,000 leagues under the sea.
Under the sea, there's some animals down there that ain't very big, but they'll kick your ass.
Well, they know the lay of the land, Steve.
Yes. And when I watch Travis Hunter and I'm watching the routes, all they're giving him is the same routes he ran at his pro day. Fancy dancy, hot pants, foot drills.
I remember. We were there next to each other.
Foot drills,
mm-hmm.
and it ain't working and getting you open. I ain't seen him catch a bomb yet.
He has 9 receptions on 14 targets for 55 yards this season. He actually leads the team in catches.
Yeah. And I think that's having an impact on Brian Thomas Jr.
Now, you do explain this for me. Because we remember, Brian Thomas Jr., third in the NFL in receiving a season ago. Liam Cohen thinks the world of him. He wants this offense to be based around Brian Thomas Jr., to my understanding.
Yes. Now, it just came out that Brian Thomas is dealing with a wrist injury, and that's unfortunate. The facts are the facts. They didn't bring it out to make an excuse. Every team is required.
You do get penalized if you don't report injuries.
Yeah, you got to report injuries. But watching the game and watching how Jimmy Horn Jr. was affected, watching how at times Shador was not going through his progressions, he just went to a favorable matchup because the offense and the play calling was predicated on first read, second read, third read. And I see that Brian Thomas Jr. is a little bit off. I don't know why. I don't know how. But I just assume, because you got to think about it. You got to battle the sophomore year slump. You got to battle. You have a completely new offense.
Completely new offense.
With a new head coach, new general manager, new defensive coach. And the responsibilities and the requirements are different. And all of a sudden, you got this first-round draft pick that you are forcing the ball to, and I'm the guy who made the damn Pro Bowl last year.
He's got 5 catches on 19 targets.
He's had a ton of drops.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells me the mental aspect of it. Mm-hmm. It is affecting him. Now, it may not be true, but when I say things like this, I'm just giving you an insight into the things that I knew I was struggling with. When I tell you that a receiver catches the ball with his chest and he's not comfortable, because I've been that guy.
Yep.
When I tell you a guy closes his eyes, I've been that guy to close my eyes. Yeah. I'm not talking from I know better. I'm talking from yeah, I did that.
Yeah, I'm not up in my tower. No, I've been there. I've been with you.
I'm down in the trough saying, yeah, I done cut a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So.
Well, let me ask you this then.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think the feeling is? And we don't know this. And Travis, from our interactions with him, outstanding. Smart as can be. Dude. Loves football. Great to be around. Energy for days. But what do you think goes through guys' heads when you're like, I was third in the NFL in receiving. This dude pops in the room, then pops back out. Then we're trying to set stuff up for him. I was third in the NFL in receiving last year, my rookie year. Like, are we
You,
trying too hard to
yeah.
accommodate?
It does start at it does start at listen, I'm no longer married, but you are. So when
You
when
know her.
when you yeah, Meg is awesome. My point is when you live in a household with a number of people, of whether you like it or not, there are little nuances of those people that get on your nerves.
This isn't being recorded, right? Yeah, there are.
Right?
Yeah.
And I have right now in my place, it says, and it's a reminder for me, sprinkles are for donuts, not for the toilet seat.
Dude, my son leaves it
Right?
all the time.
So
Never pulls that shit up.
what do? That is a visual aid for me, bro. Put the toilet seat up before you take a go. Right? Because I don't have anybody here. It's just me.
Yep.
I don't have anybody here that's gonna fall in the toilet in the dark and sit down.
Yep.
Not happening.
It's
Always up in my house.
exactly. So that's why I'm looking at it this way, Steve, because we started off by saying he spent more time with the offense. Obviously, Liam Cohen thought there was more ball to be learned over there, from my understanding. More verbiage, more checks, more calls, more for him to learn on the mental side. You have talked about the growth that he needs to have from a route running standpoint, from all these different aspects. So not to say none of this is achievable, it just needs to happen.
It takes time, and
takes
it's
time.
not happening. It's not happening in the first 5 weeks.
Exactly.
Right?
But
It may not happen in the next 22 weeks. It will click. But here's the question. Will it click as a full-time receiver or a full-time corner?
I don't know. Because I'm looking at this going, you're mentioning Brian Thomas Jr. Maybe there's something going on with him. Maybe there's something going on with his offense looking a little disjointed, because obviously this is why they brought Liam Cohen in, right? To fix Trevor Lawrence, get this offense humming.
Trevor
That's
Lawrence
what he
waved
did.
him off. You saw that?
Oh, I did see that.
Hey, that was a good father.
But what I'm looking
Don't
at
get
is,
out my ear.
if you look at this last game in week 2, he had like 3 illegal shift penalties, Travis Hunter. He's getting help. He's getting help on getting lined up. Is this an issue or not? Because to me,
It's not an issue because, again, we've talked about it in the past, and I've talked about it in the past. I do not think Pat Shurmur was a very good offensive coordinator.
This is not your first time saying that.
Okay.
Okay.
He was not a good offensive coordinator. Liam Cohen, based off him getting hired, was a hell of an offensive coordinator, right?
There's a lot to this offense, Steve.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you come from and you move into there's a
Yeah.
and that happens to be, I was supposed to run a post. I had a guy one time go in motion. Smitty, what I got? What you got? I told him his play, and then all of a sudden, he's asking, and then I run the route, and I'd have forgot my play. So
That's my point.
So you know how I ran the route? I ran that route like I was sneaking in a house, and I was in high school again. Like,
I think this is
I think this is, but I had to look at the tight end on the other side and the Z on the other side. I couldn't look at this fool because he didn't even know his play. So I can't look at him. So I got to look over here to run. I have to run my sneak route by watching them to eliminate, he's running this. Oh, I got this. And I have a defender in front of me that I have to pay attention to, but I don't see him because I'm too busy trying to figure out what my route is. This happens, and this is not my first year. Bro, this happened. I had this brain fart. I probably was in my 8th, 9th, 10th year.
Yeah.
It happens.
And this is a young offense down in Jacksonville.
Young
pieces.
Young offense that you are only knowing as you play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think there's something to that. I do. Like, just This is all new for everybody that's lining up. All 11. This is brand new.
Yes.
They're all trying to figure their own shit out. Like, trying to make sure I know what I'm doing.
Yes.
And then you have a guy who's doing it part-time that comes out there as part of the offense as well. And I'm sorry to say, like, Brian Thomas Jr. on down to Trevor. I mean, if it actually does fall on Trevor Lawrence, because he's got to get everybody lined up.
He has to get everybody lined up. But I can tell you this, because
I don't think he wants it to fall on him.
I've had that experience before, where there's a little bit of doubt and going, man, this is bull crap, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, man, I made the Pro Bowl last year, and I haven't caught a pass yet, and this is the second quarter.
Yeah.
Somebody need to talk to me,
Mm-hmm.
because this is unacceptable.
Yep. And I think that is going to be something we're going to watch this entire time. I mean, we can't take our eyes off this. I mean, this is something nobody's really tried to do to this level. This falls on who? This falls on Liam Cohen to make sure everybody, those thoughts don't creep in, that you make sure you manage this correctly. You're managing a situation, Steve, that we've never really seen in the league before as a first-time head coach.
And the only measurables we're going to look at is stats.
Mm-hmm.
How many PBUs, how many picks, and how many receptions. Don't tell me how many times he was on the field, but what did he do when he was in the game?
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you this, when Jake Browning was going after him towards the end of the game, I mean, I don't think that was a PI call, by the way. I do not think that was a fourth down. He got called for a PI.
I'm a receiver.
But you were a receiver,
like
so you're going to say it was a PI. Listen,
Looks
this is a process.
It looked like a PI with my glasses on and off.